And welcome back to a corporate time.
Our buddy Cadillac Pat is here. How you doing, Pat?
What's going on? What's going on? How are you doing? How are you
I
doing?
would give you a blast. Let's see where we are here.
Oh, the batteries are
you can hear it,
dedicated.
you can hear
Get
it.
a new megaphone.
There's new batteries. I just put new batteries in there to the tune of, what do you think, both of you, Pat might get this because he buys a lot of dated technology.
It's true.
How much for 4, not D's, C-grade batteries?
What
How much?
brand?
Duracells.
4C Duracells.
4C Duracells.
From your local Publix right here?
From your local Publix,
Publix,
CVS.
Oh, but yeah, those stores, they upcharge.
Not from 7-Eleven, super upcharge.
Yeah,
7-Eleven.
yeah.
7-Eleven, you know, you have to give away one of your children as you walk in.
Doesn't 7-Eleven know who shops there?
Yeah.
They can't afford the stuff.
And my ladies have
God.
been giving me, this is a side note, but my ladies have been giving me all the scoop, and I bought a charging cable there the other day, the extra long ones that you buy for truckers and for kids in the back of the car, and she goes, oh, you're going to need your receipt, baby. They always break.
At 7-Eleven?
And I was like, oh, give me my receipt. And it broke. And I returned it. And I got a new one.
From 7-Eleven?
Yeah, from
I've never
7-Eleven.
thot about returning anything to 7-Eleven.
Oh, I returned everything.
I mean, I don't mind returning things to 7-Eleven.
I return Prime.
Yeah,
I return
exactly.
Prime.
They gotta return
I
Prime.
take one sip of Prime. I'm like, oh, it's horrible.
Prime sucks,
Yeah,
too.
it's
They'll
terrible.
take returns at 7-Eleven?
Absolutely, dude.
I honestly did not know
Okay.
that.
That's what I was thinking, too.
I didn't want to say this
I never thought about
because I've been in a war with Tom for years over who's the trashiest, and I say me, and he says him. But he does not do anything trashy. He goes to goddamn Hawaii. I don't go anywhere, and I live at Walmart. So who wins? I win, and
I guess returning something.
I
to 7-Eleven.
have returned not 1, not 2, but over 6 super long charging cables to 7-Eleven because me and my wife purchase our super long charging cables from 7-Eleven.
Why are you buying them from
That's where
7-Eleven?
That's where we
Because
buy
they'll take them back.
Exactly.
I mean, Amazon, you get
Quick.
it probably delivered that day.
No, 7-Eleven just an inch faster, just a centimeter faster. I go in and I see the
How are
lady.
you losing this many
And
cables?
I love my lady. No,
Because
they
you got a
break.
kid?
They
Break
break.
and you bring them
You
back.
break, yeah.
And I hand it to the lady, and she's like, "I know, baby," and hands me a new one, and I'm out the door in 3
Hold on,
seconds.
you're a genius.
I am.
You're a cheapo, trashy genius.
I wish that story was all made up. It's totally not made up. You can go in my car right now.
There's not even a 7-Eleven near here, though, because you live right
Corinne.
here.
I go to the Corinne.
I
The
go by
old
that
one without
yeah.
it doesn't have gas, right?
It has gas.
Yeah.
It's
It's got
you
4
watch
pumps.
your mouth around my 7-Eleven.
But you know, some
dog.
of the old school ones, they just convenience. There's no
Yeah,
gas, like the old
they got rid of a
neighborhoods.
lot of those though during COVID. All the ones that were just like standard.
Yeah, convenience.
Yeah,
only.
they got rid of them.
I go to Daniel's 7-Eleven all the
love
time
it.
because
I
I
love
get
it.
my protein bars on the way to the gym.
Are they
Yeah.
nice? They're nice to you, right?
There's always like a bunch of like kids get out of school at
Teens,
the same time
yeah.
because there's a
no
bunch of
backpack
teens.
rule. No backpack rule.
Is it across from red light? That little
Yes.
just
Yeah,
right
yeah,
there,
yeah,
kind of?
It's
Yeah,
next to
and
Big
I-
Daddy's.
Yeah, next to it would cross from another crappy gas station right there.
I
too.
go there so much that I actually help them police a little bit. When I walk in, if I see some young teens walking, I'm like, hey, no backpacks, no backpacks. Chico, no backpack. I yell at
Is it
them.
no backpacks because they don't
Yeah,
want to
they
steal?
go in there and they start stuffing all the charging cables in there. They wouldn't mind breaks. I go in there to get one. And I'm like, where are your charging cables? She's like, some teens cleaned this out this morning.
All right, so Pat walked in today dressed more ridiculous than I've ever seen him.
You couldn't even look him in the eye.
Yeah, no, I can't because Pat's all about fun.
He is
and
fun.
Yes.
I'm gonna put him on the camera so you can
And
see. Like,
Pat-
look how funny he looks.
Pat likes
He's got
to-
a mustache now too.
Pat likes
He's got
to
a fun stash.
He likes to brighten other people's days. I like to darken days.
They call you Dark Days. Dark Days Tom.
Yeah, the dark days are coming. So anyway, so Pat, I thought you were
Hold
wearing
on, the chat
black
room still,
business
the chat
socks.
room is still catching up, and the chat room is still shocked that 7-Eleven takes returns. Like people are catching up.
No one even thought, like, when I buy something from 7-Eleven and it's garbage, which
Yeah.
usually is, I'm like, well, I should have known. And then I throw it in the trash, and then I go about my life.
Okay, speaking of garbage, let's pivot to. Yeah, you said
Okay,
you said he's wearing what appears to be black business socks.
Yeah. So I thought when he walked in, like, at first I thought he kicked off his slides, and he just had some long tube socks, some jet black tube socks, and then he had some Adidas slides
I think
somewhere.
I could throw these
like
on
in
the
the 90s.
handy cam, on the Tom and Dan
Okay,
studio
yeah.
handy cam.
All right, so
There
look
they-
at that. Okay,
look, there they are.
So
Show the bottoms of
Okay,
those
yeah.
bad boys.
and they have the bottoms of like a scuba boot.
Yeah,
It's like-
that's exactly what they are.
Yeah, let me see
Yeah,
the tops.
like-
Let me get the tops here.
Like I do own some scuba boots that they're usually low top. Like, there's no need for the high top or like ankle high scuba boots.
Yeah.
But
Thank you again for the handy cam brought to you by Hallmark.
So they're ridiculous. Like,
they're
absolutely stupid looking.
Yeah.
And they have some like gripping at the bottom,
Yeah,
like scuba boots.
yeah.
So let's see the top. So let me go back
Yeah.
to the handy cam.
And
Like,
so
are they rolling down?
these
at the
are the-
top?
Oh yeah, they are kind of rolling.
They got a lot of dog hair on the top. I'll tell you that. My God.
So these are the Kanye West. What are they called? The
Yeezy Pods.
Yeezy Pods.
Yeah.
Why are they called Yeezy Pods? They're not like
Well,
pods are for
his-
your ears
okay,
or for
his-
your
okay,
body.
hold on. Oh,
no, your
man.
feet.
I never thought about it.
He has asked that we respect his wishes and
Who?
call him Yay, right?
Yes, it's yay.
yeah, it's
Yay.
yay.
Well, I don't respect his wishes.
Okay, that's fair. That's
I
fair.
have
Is that your
zero-
wish? That's your wish.
I have zero respect for him. All right.
Yeah, no, most people don't. But
Yeah.
and then so I think an extension of his name, the Yeezy brand was synonymous with Adidas.
Yes.
So Pod being, I think, just I happen to be one of the people that thinks, as far as his music goes, he's a genius.
Yeah,
But, like,
yeah,
a lot
I
of
think
people
he's
want to
a-
lump all this other stuff on him and be like, he's a genius in all areas, and I'm like, no, he's
No,
not.
no.
But anyway, I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
he
just
put,
in the music.
Yeah, just in the music. I think he put
Yeah.
Pod on the end because it's kind of a buzzy. It's kind of a buzzword.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know, like it's a hot word.
You know, I'll take that back. I said I have no respect for him, but I do have respect for his music and his music
Yeah, it
ability.
hurts me. I love his music.
All right.
Yeah, his new album with
he's
Ty Dolla
just
$ign was good too.
It is, and he's just a trash person.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a
And
trash person.
I have respect that he can sell millions of dollars of scuba boots to fools.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, how do they feel?
They're pretty comfortable, except like I'm flat-footed and I can stomp around like a damn Clydesdale. So like for me walking around, it hurts your feet over time. I've only
Okay.
worn them from like here to my truck.
So is this your first day?
So over time, you mean 30 seconds?
Yeah, I've worn them.
So far we've been in the Yeezy Pods for 30 seconds, and
Yeah.
our initial reaction is
They're comfortable for now. I wouldn't want to walk around Disney World with them. You know what I mean? Like that.
okay.
Or
I don't think they're
anywhere
made for
else.
that.
Yeah, or
I
do
don't
Publix.
think- I don't think they're made for Disney World.
No, I
Well,
don't
what
think
are they
so.
made for?
I if I had to answer and
Okay.
answer correctly, I think they are made for fashion. And I think
Okay.
they are a minimalist.
Yes.
Anybody can afford it.
Yes.
Dystopian future
Like
sock.
Future, like any movie,
Yeah,
any movie from the
'cause He
80s.
likes to be like a quote innovator. I'm not saying I buy it. I'm just trying to
Okay.
give you the answer he would give you.
Yeah.
So he's made a dystopian future sock.
Dystopian. Yeah. Now, wait a minute. I copyright that. That's me.
Yeah.
I'm dystopian future sock.
Now-
I wrote that.
Now you could buy knockoff Crocs for like $2.
They're called
Yeah.
they're called crock offs.
Yeah, I mean, or any
I
sort
made that
of
up too.
Alibaba or Temu shoe
that.
that is cheaper than
Timu,
the
I can't
stupid
get on
socks.
board with Timu after I saw the video of the naked boys collecting all the packages.
I'm still a wish man.
Have you seen that?
No.
There's a video of nothing but naked Asian men collecting all of our packages. They're like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. They're like grabbing all the packages and pulling
Yeah,
them
and they're
out.
like, this is the Temu factory.
Yeah, they're like, look at all this garbage being sent out to America. And I'm like, well, I can't order there forever again.
Isn't Timo the exact same thing as Wish, just a different name? Is it the same sort of stuff?
I think it is, but it's like 3 rungs lower.
Yeah,
Even lower, even
Yeah,
cheaper.
even
Oh,
lower.
it's cheaper than Alibaba. Like if they need it, like it's the cheapest.
Yeah.
And it's straight garbage.
It's like no Ollie.
yeah, straight Baba. And by the way,
We're doing a vaudeville bit now.
when I saw that video of the shirtless boys, I'm like, I wanted to order more. That did not make me like say, oh, I can't be involved with this. I'm like, I want to be involved.
It was. I actually commented. I was like, "This looks gross." It's like a giant chute. Like imagine a slide
Just
for
pour-
1,000 kids, right? Like like a slide, a
But
metal
there's-
slide for
Okay.
1,000 kids.
Find
And-
the video. I
And
bet you
all
can
they're
find-
doing is dumping trash bags down it, and the naked boys are grabbing the trash and putting it on the trucks.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
disgusting.
it's basically like a sorting system that they use. Like they're just showing like how horrible these factories are, or whatever. And by the way,
Is it like a hidden secret video kind of thing? Or is
yeah. It's
Oh,
like
here it
so-
is.
like,
Oh, it's on Snoops or Snopes. It's on Snopes
Oh,
already.
it's not real.
And they're-
Hold on, I don't know yet.
Are they naked because it's hot?
Well, we don't know. It's either that or they don't want them to steal anything.
Oh, yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's like the cocaine.
Okay,
Yeah,
it is.
in the
It is.
movies.
Okay,
In
let's
the
bust
movies.
it. Let's bust it live on the
Booty
show.
belly.
Oh, it's not real, is it?
Let's bust it live on the show. Let's see. Because I love being wrong about stuff.
I saw the same video. I just didn't care enough to research if it was real. But also, I assumed they're like, this is how Temu treats
Okay,
their employees.
it
Like, I knew
says-
that by the prices.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
When
In-
something's $1,
In May 2024, dozens of posts of a video went viral claiming to depict warehouse workers for Temu, a Chinese e-commerce company founded in 2022. Temu doesn't have its own warehouses in China. It's only a retailer, and the packages are sent directly from the factories. This is just a sorting room at some Chinese Aldi company, and there's a lot of them around. So it's not.
Oh, okay.
It's not. But I'm going to do what everybody else does, and I'm going to be like, well, I don't care. It's still Temu to me. It's still my Temu.
And honestly, how much different could it actually be?
Yeah, right,
It's got to be close.
Right.
It's adjacent to Temu.
Like, I think everybody does the math. Where, like, if you're buying something that should cost, like, dozens of dollars and it costs cents, right? Like,
You're speaking directly to Matt. I feel like that's your guy.
Guess what? Some corners are cut and some horrible things of humanity are happening. Like, this is not American employees being paid, minimum wage. Like, this is atrocities that we're getting.
Let's get back to Yeezy Pods.
Okay.
How much are you in for Yeezys?
Okay, well, this is Genius by Kanye West. When they first came out, they were $200. This is like...
I looked at him and Tom said no go. I tried to put them on the card.
So for these scuba socks,
but
I'm a 2.
then,
what do they
size
mean?
are you?
Hold on, let me touch them.
What size are? Don't touch them.
these are the
You
extra
have to wash
large.
your hands.
These are the. I feel like they are like a
Wait
sock.
a minute. Are you a 2?
I'm a 3. I'm a 3.
It's a 1. It's 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
There's
these are 3.
There's no medium or large. You're misspeaking.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yes.
It's 1, 2, 3. You'd be a 2. I'd probably be a 1.
Hold on, I thought they were like waterproof, like
No. They're not
wetsuit material.
No, they're not waterproof. It's fashion.
They're
like
regular socks.
They're like the pants that chicks wear at the gym now. They hug their ass really good, or
Is that the one that has the clamshell line in the dooku crack?
Yeah, exactly.
Dooku crack.
Is that the one that got the clamshell line in the dooku crack?
So there are like spandex.
like thick, like I'm telling, like the
Yeah, but I don't
pants.
like the one thing that I don't like with spandex is when it's thick. I don't need thick spandex. It's hot.
But it also has
Let me
the
feel.
feel of a
Let me
sock too, like a business sock, and the bottom is just some rubber.
They're like a thick. Again, they're like the
kinda
pants. Pants that girls wear at the gym nowadays.
Yeah,
the dookus.
But they had them originally for $200, and obviously I'm not going to spend $200. And all of a sudden, Kanye
but
came out.
But you wanted to, right?
I did. I looked at them.
I kind of did too.
Because I like they're a statement piece.
But I think I know what you're about to say. So I'm sitting there and I'm on Instagram and I look and this low budget commercial of him in the back of a limousine or something, and he's like, "Yo."
Yes, it was a Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah,
I
he
think.
was like, "Yo, it's yay, everything $20."
Yeah, it was a Super Bowl commercial. With his titanium
that.
teeth, because you can't really talk. He's like marble mouth because he's got new titanium teeth.
And then he also had another one where it's like a girl that's just wearing the socks.
Yeah.
And like a wet T-shirt
Yeah.
is running around a building with like a GoPro glued to her head.
Yeah.
And it's videoing her boob shaking as she's running in circles in this business.
All right.
And it's like everything $20. And I was like, you got me.
I like that.
He got
All
me.
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
he
So
got
they
me.
were $20, but he said I saw a video where he's like, oh, my marketing department or the company made a mistake and they were supposed to be $20 the whole time, but somehow it got too far and they misplaced a decimal. And he's like, if you spend $200, I'm going to return $180 to you. I'm like, that's a heck of a PR move by him to say he's actually going to return the money that people have already spent. I don't know if he actually did it, but I saw a video.
He's lying. He's a crazy.
I know,
liar.
I
He's a
know,
crazy
but it's a
anti-Semitic
good
liar.
idea for him to
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah. Well, that's what I can say anything.
Well, yeah, there will be consequences. Yeah.
But is there? I think the guy. I mean, he lost a lot of money, but he has
Yeah.
a lot.
Well, some of the things he said, he just nuked some of the biggest merchandising deals on the planet.
Like Adidas in general. I mean,
Yeah, that's a really bad one considering like it was the company at some point. You know, their shoes are still selling.
I heard they're reselling them now again because they had so much dead stock of it.
Yeah.
I will give it to him. Like, I do like the fact that he is legitimately like bipolar and like crazy.
You like the authenticity of his crazy.
Yeah.
Because
Authentic nutty.
yeah, because like no, like if he wasn't like only a real crazy person would say
He's not try hard.
would say things that cost themselves, $100 million or whatever it costs.
I think what you're
like,
talking about is why
goddamn.
it's so fascinating, right?
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
why
yeah.
a
We're
lot of people
watching
can't
it.
look away because we're like, why would you do? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh,
It keeps them in this mainstream, you know what I mean?
So,
Pure entertainment.
So is that just something you wanted to get to kind of like for collector's item? 'Cause that's kind of
no.
how I thought. I was like, I'll hold on to it.
got them just because I thought they were funny. I mean, I like jokes.
Yeah.
So,
Has anybody noticed that you're wearing them?
Not yet, but no one will go out with me. None of my friends will
But
go.
see, that's the problem with the Yeezy Pods is that I feel like if you wear them out, no one's going to really notice them because you came in, didn't even notice
Yeah,
them.
actually, I did wear them into a casino in South Florida with my dad. I did wear them into a casino, and it was kind of dark, and people are like gambling. They're not really looking at other people. maybe as much,
to wear shoes.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping somebody's going to say that.
Yeah.
So I did the move where I was like, "Hey, buddy," guy next to me, "Hey, check out my new shoes." I was kind of making people look.
Oh.
I did one time to a guy next to me because he
Okay,
was like
all right.
checking me out because I was dressed like I do.
The casinos don't really care about how you dress.
Yeah, they want your money.
Yeah, they don't care about what you do. The trashiest, craziest.
It was a
people-
trashier casino too.
Yeah. All right. So speaking of collectibles, you also walked in with the McDonald's backpack.
Yeah.
That is like
Can
a
we
large.
put this on the camera? Too?
Yeah.
Let's put this on the handheld.
And I got more because I'm a cardman growing up my whole life.
Yeah, go ahead and turn that.
What
thing
does that
around
mean?
so
I'll show you.
everybody
Oh
can
yeah,
see
yeah.
it.
It's got all the.
Yeah. This looks like definitely looks like something some predator would keep in their bag to attract a child.
I've always I'm a collector of cards my whole life too. But I found an unopened box of McDonald's
Well, hold on, let me put this back on.
cards too.
Hold on, cards.
Yeah,
You found an unopened mega box of McDonald's trading cards?
Yeah.
The Adventures of Ronald
Yeah.
McDonald.
I've always been I got so many dang cards. Michael Jordan cards. Oh my God, you have no idea. I got too
So
many.
like sports cards.
That's what I mean.
Okay.
Sports cards. Yeah. So this
So
is like
what-
I display this in my house as well. This is on display.
Oh, so you're never going to open those up?
No, never. And look, this is the best part that came. Look, I got the McDonald's matching wallet as well.
It's
fries.
fries. Okay,
Yeah.
it's fries. Okay,
This
so
is for-
where'd
this is
you
for,
find this?
This is for
I'd
a
be
grandma.
looking.
This is for a fat grandma.
I'd be looking. It's fun, like when you go to like a bar or something, you go, oh, hey, and you pull your wallet out to pay your bill, and you make sure to have people see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And they're like, oh, it's the Fry Wallet guy. No tip here. Great, the Fry Wallet guy.
I knew you were crazy when you walked in. You didn't have to show me your fry wallet.
Also, I'll go wash my hands because, hepatitis.
So,
It's Fry Wallet.
but seriously, where do you find things like thrift store?
No, this is not old. It's new. I don't know how I stumbled across it, but there's a
the internet.
That's even better. The
Yeah,
fact that you
Temu.
have like this crazy stuff and you're like, I don't know where it is.
Yeah.
So McDonald's obviously
Licensed,
produced a certain amount of these
they
for
must.
promotional items, right?
Was it expensive? It looks
no,
expensive.
it was cheap actually. It was only like $50.
Hold
Look
on.
at the inside. It's got like the lining of it's nice too.
You know what? I honestly didn't even realize this is the first time I even thought of this. Does McDonald's have a store you could buy branded McDonald's
They
stuff
should. They should.
I'm going to say that
from? Like if we looked up
at
McDonald's
their
merchandise.
headquarters, they're going to have to,
But
right?
there's something online though, right?
Well, this I think is a partnership
with a brand called Loungefly. It's a brand that makes backpacks.
Yeah, and they kind of partnered
Okay.
with
So-
them.
Everything.
Yeah.
So
And
the Loungefly gets the licensing rights to
Yeah.
produce the McDonald's
Yeah,
stuff.
and I don't know
Okay.
how I found a McDonald's itself, but I
like Loungefly will do like a
Everything.
They'll do like a haunted mansion.
oh my
backpack.
God, anything.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
surprised Tom and Dan don't have their own Loungefly backpacks. I mean, they've got a
Well,
lot.
we could partner
Yeah.
with them and get our own, because how it works is usually like if it's a big brand like McDonald's, Loungefly may pay for the right.
Yeah.
But for other people, just like SubSafe or whatever, we could put our brand and then they'll just like print our brand on them.
Yeah.
And then we'll buy the stuff from them in bulk and
Yeah.
then resell it for a specified price, because that's the thing too. If you're reselling someone else's brand, then they have to have some sort of say in the
Say-
price.
Loungefly just did a
They're all pretty
Bluey.
cheap.
They just did Bluey, I guess, is their latest cartoon character they've added to their collection.
Like
of
they have
bags.
every single car. I mean, they have almost everything you can think of. Loungefly has a backpack for. Like
What?
every cartoon.
You know what I missed, and they don't have them anymore. And it was the Loungefly. It's just the name, is what's reminding me. Where there was a brand of shirt that a lot of men wore, as a nylon shirt, and it would have like flames, or then they would get officially licensed like douchebag companies, and it was Dragonfly. Do you remember Dragonfly shirt?
Yeah, yeah.
I do remember the name.
They had flames on them, like
Dragonfly.
a lot of Celtic crosses and
They were like
actually they were more of flames.
Not quite affliction. Not quite affliction based.
kind of affliction. Yeah, here we go. They were
remember the
like they
name.
were aggressive.
Like imagine a Hawaiian shirt, but flames instead of flowers.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
or like
it was all
this
bright.
one. Like this
Yeah,
one right
yeah.
here has got
Anime.
three.
They got anime. A lot of
one's
anime.
got- this one's a dragonfly. This one I might buy. Holy crap, this one's great. This one's got 3 pigs riding Harleys, giving the devil horns with a Mount Rushmore of their own faces behind
That's
them.
pretty good. Whoever thought of that is that's
Yeah,
a pretty.
this
Kanye
one's-
might have came up with that
Yeah,
himself.
this one's aggressive.
They're for middle-aged fat nerds.
Yeah. Or I seen a lot of anime. You get anime, a lot of anime.
Yeah, look at this
Yeah,
one. This
that's what
one's
I said.
great. Let's go to some of the reviews. Great product. I really love it. Great vintage sweatshirt. Fantastic. I love it.
That's a cartoon hogs riding a motorcycle. Why would you have
Why
that
is
on
that
your
even
shirt?
considered vintage?
I don't know. Because I don't think Dragonfly's around anymore.
So, like, going back to like McDonald's selling their own merchandise, it's weird that they don't have like a McDonald's online store because
I
you
know.
can easily they can put up anything they want and then they can instantly like a lot of stuff.
Like guys like me would eat it up.
and you don't even
A
have
lot
to
of people
hold.
do it. Sesame Street did it. Like
Yeah.
Sesame Street.
But there's such a huge brand. It's like, why not have just someone like put some manager in charge of like running the online store? Like they could make an extra millions
just,
of dollars.
Just online alone, not even storefront. You just online.
Yeah.
You kill
Okay,
it.
we may have wandered into something we never knew existed. I found a website that I believe is owned by McDonald's, and it is called Smile Makers, and it is hundreds, if not thousands, of pieces of McDonald's clothing and or apparel.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I mean, it's so much that they have spring and summer apparel, headwear, bags and totes, heritage collection, drinkware, lapel pins, pens and notebooks, sports
Okay,
and
so
outdoor,
this exists.
technology, promotion.
But how come
sale.
how come they're not promoting it like on Facebook? You know what I mean? Like you would think they would. If I eat enough McDonald's, I feel like I should know. At least I don't eat it every
they
day,
never
but I should
promote
know.
it. Yeah, they never promote like, hey, you could buy a McDonald's hat.
Yes.
you know?
No idea.
Well, I listened in one of my business books. Like McDonald's is a real estate company. Like first off, like they don't even the burgers and all the food they sell like is ancillary to their grand.
Isn't
plan.
it kind of like Publix? Publix always owns all their you go to a Publix Plaza, they always own the whole plaza.
Yeah.
Same
It's-
sort of thing.
Yeah, well, like they have so much real estate they've acquired over across the world.
Dang, you're
it's
right.
worth so
Well,
much that now it's like
That's
they're-
worth more.
Yeah, and so the burger business, and then once the real estate appreciates to certain, like they'll sell that, their Winter Park location that's now they bought it at $100,000 and now it's worth $2 million or
Because
whatever.
their location.
Yeah, and then they'll sell that and just open up the McDonald's down the street at a
Dang,
cheaper location,
wow.
and they'll just keep trading real estate
Wow.
locations, and then that's where their money's made. Now, obviously, they make their money in the fast food and other stuff too, but this is probably just some ancillary. They don't even care. There's like, oh yeah, sell this.
They
garbage.
pay somebody else just to keep it going.
Where's McDonald's based out of now?
I have
Because
no
this
idea.
Smile Makers website, which is through McDonald's, this is all McDonald's. They just don't brand it McDonald's. They brand it Smile
Makers, yeah.
So if you go to Smile Makers, it's like literally everything you can think of, including.
Does it say McDonald's on the merch?
You know
though?
what I think this is? A lot of this is stuff for people that work at McDonald's too.
Oh, when you get hired, you got to buy shirts and stuff.
Yeah, like look, they have like a crew collection where it's like they have like.
They got pens,
Pens,
everything.
yeah.
They literally you'll never have to go anywhere.
Oh,
now.
my
You
gosh.
can only wear McDonald's.
But it's funny that we've never seen this advertised.
Yeah, I
you
know.
like,
That's what I mean.
Of
No.
all the,
I mean, they
I
have
guess
a,
who
they
would-
have a blanking sustainability collection of like organic cotton shirts.
I guess only an insane person
Was into
would-
buying that kind of stuff anyway.
Would
Yeah.
be willing
Why would you want to buy
I
McDonald's
mean,
merchandise?
Umbrellas,
Yeah.
a polo like Tom.
You almost want to hide your McDonald's. When you eat it, you hide it. Like you
That's
put it in
yeah.
the trash before you go in the house.
There's a Tom Polo. There's a gray
Ooh.
McDonald's Tom
I'm gonna
Polo.
buy that
It
for your
looks
birthday.
exactly like a Tom and Dan Polo. Exactly like it.
I'm going to buy that for you for your birthday.
I should start wearing McDonald's polos.
Yeah.
and just-
Hey, you think like the biggest, you are the biggest.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you don't dress like the
You're not
audience.
doing Burger King. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You don't-
McDonald's.
You need a pop socket, pins.
Although, no,
there's a Big Mac pet tote. Look at that.
Ooh.
no offense to McDonald's managers, but it is like there's a stereotype where people like it's kind of like feel sorry for you, right? If you're a manager of McDonald's, you're like,
Yeah, I
"Ugh."
mean,
You know what?
unless you're like
I
a-
only
the
do-
franchisee.
I don't
Okay,
feel that way.
here's-
I'm just saying what society
McDonald's-
tells
Here's
me.
what I do. I only feel sorry for you if I go into your restaurant and I see how flustered you are, and I also see how your team talks to you, like when they're like yelling at you and telling you
they don't respect you.
Yeah,
they don't
and they're
respect
like,
you.
you bald-headed POS. Like,
you're talking to Roddy White's cousin.
Exactly. He's yelling at you. And he's like, you smell yourself.
And then their customers, they're hitting you over the head. I've seen the videos.
You make me fart.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
And they're mad.
They're throwing their fries back at you.
And they're mad that the Blizzard machine is, you say it's broken, but really it just needs to be cleaned.
Yeah, they don't want to do it.
Roddy's wife's cousin doesn't want to do it. And you don't want to do it, so you put a broken side, and then the customer's like, I saw this on the internet. It's not really broken. You just don't want to clean. And they're hitting you with it.
One of the funniest things I've ever been
My
a part
God.
of. I went up to this Chick-fil-A on Colonial, and this thing hops. There's a Chick-fil-A up here on a main road here in Orlando called Colonial. And I went up to the Chick-fil-A, and anybody that's been there will know this manager. I think he's still there. He's like a skinny, really nice, non-cursing Christian white guy, okay?
They have to be. They're all like that.
He is not going to say anything bad. And I went in there one day, and he was walking back, pacing back and forth, like doing every job, huffing and a puffing, diet lemonade, regular lemonade, spicy chicken, pickles on the side. He's doing everything. And he turns around to me, and before he took my order, he turned around, huffing and puffing, and he looked at me with crazy eyes. He goes, I'm getting a divorce.
What? He said that to your face at Chick-fil-A? Wow.
None of his employees showed up to work. You got to do it all.
He's got to do everything. Plus, his wife is leaving him. He's just
Wow.
Yeah, it was aggressive.
That's a rough job.
He still told me God bless me when I left.
Yeah.
He God blessed me.
I had a rough night last night at work. I got a little flustered myself last night. We
right.
were too busy. Oh my gosh. We have trivia on Wednesdays, and it was Friends, the TV show trivia.
Yeah.
Oh, it comes 0 to 100, and I could see my guests.
That
Friends.
show is 50 years old. It's like doing the honeymooners trivia.
Everybody's wearing shirts. We had people wearing
everybody,
shirts.
we're doing Amos and Andy
Yeah,
trivia.
Mr. Ed trivia.
So when it gets slammed at a bar, there's no way around it, I guess. But you can get to the customers faster. Like I feel like
you get behind because it's like the food gets behind. Like people sit down. I haven't gotten to their drinks, and other people have already sat down. I haven't been able.
How do you handle that?
You just.
What's your go-to?
Tell everybody thanks for their patience. I'd say, hey, thanks so much for your patience. Hey, thanks so much. Hey guys, I'll be right with you. If you
have you ever said anybody go? I don't have any.
No, because
You've never had anybody say, you're thanking me for something that's non-existent.
Yeah. No, I got a good presence behind the bar. People respect me. They know
you're big.
They know I'm trying my hardest to make them happy. And
if
last
I
night
did that,
was hard.
I don't carry any weight as a short king. If I did that, I don't feel like
short king.
I don't feel like they would care.
Do you handle the to-go pickup orders? Do you serve food at the?
Oh yeah, we serve really good food. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. We have Uber Eats and we turn it off if we get too busy. Sometimes
You have
we
Uber Eats, then you have Tom.
So let me ask you
He's
this:
an Uber Eats man.
when someone orders food to go, what tip do you expect?
Because
there's a lot of controversy around like
this
to
is
go.
Tom's way of saying he doesn't want to tip you. By the way, if you bring it up, you don't want to do it.
See,
that's
See, my friend Fernando, who's been a GM for a restaurant,
you held on
a
his
long
name.
time.
You weren't going to say it for a second.
And he because we have this argument with our friends where like if you're picking up to go order, you don't tip a full like 15% like you would in a restaurant.
Yeah, I don't.
You give them like a couple bucks, and then he told me he's like you should give more than a couple bucks because they're still preparing all the food,
packing it.
Everybody, and then everybody splits.
It's even more because you got to pack it up.
Yeah,
more.
so you should do 10%. I'm like 10%. All they're doing, but they're like they're putting it.
Idiots over here. I tip you for handing me a cookie. How dare you?
And then so I was like, okay. So now I don't do that, but I do more than the $2 I was. So I try to do like $5 to $7.
So what you're saying is doo-doo is more than what you're giving people.
So what do you say?
I mean, because I'm in this business, I think tipping should be. I tip a lot of people. I tip people when I shouldn't tip because I like that feeling. But I think you should tip to goes. I don't think you got to do the 20% thing. If I get a big to go order, let's say it's a $50 to go order, and you give me a $5, I feel like that's I'm okay with it. I don't leave and cuss you in my like as you're walking out. I don't like.
Okay.
But I mean, I do see that people don't tip to go food. I do understand that that's why I got to go. I'm not sitting there having you serve me the food. That's what tipping is. You know what I mean? So I do see both sides, but I do appreciate at least a little something.
Sir, you're
because I have to put it in the
cost
bag.
guy.
You know, I check it, I make sure it's correct. I put it in the bag. Hey, you need some ketchup? You need some silverware? I mean, I do a little bit of a service So I think
So
you should tip a little
you
bit.
are a raise the price guy. So you would
No,
rather
no.
them just, if it were $15 tater skins and whatever, you'd rather it be
No.
like an $18 tater skins, and then you don't have
No.
to worry about tipping.
Here's people may get me wrong with this because I don't care about the money. I waste a tremendous amount of money in my life
Sure.
all the
Yeah,
time. I'm
yeah.
not a cheap guy. I don't count every penny. I'm not looking for the discount. I don't use coupons or pay or whatever.
Yeah, same.
But I just need to know what is the standard so that I don't do the wrong thing because I don't know what the
Right,
right thing
right,
is.
right, right.
Yeah.
So when I pick my food up and they're like, I'm assigning the bill and there's a tip, I just need to know what they expect because I
Okay.
want to give them
That's
what they
fair.
expect. And the problem is it's all over the place.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right.
So it's like, and then so I was like, all right, well, maybe they don't expect 15% like if a server does.
Yeah.
And
20,
usually-
20%.
Okay, so you
20%.
want like
You want like
20.
the standard is
Get it?
I give
He's even going down there, 15%.
I tip 25%.
Yeah, you
with
do.
server.
I remember you
Yeah,
do.
yeah. Well, I did it to you.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
you're my
We were greasing
If I
the
never see you
wheels.
again, it's a different country. Forget
You don't think we could see talent? When we see it, we were greasing the wheels, so when you got crazier, we'd have a whackbacker to come by.
No, but I'm saying like the standard is so I'll tip the 20 or 25 or whatever with the service or the server.
Yeah,
but
you're
like,
a guy. People do get him wrong because
So-
he is a good
but-
tipper.
Yeah,
so
I know,
let's
yeah.
say
And no, I'm not taking up for him.
So let's say I'm driving to Tijuana Flats, which has gone
Ew.
bankrupt.
Yeah,
God, yuck.
the fast casual I get confused on. I'm so
and then I
like,
drive,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's a drive-up window.
Yeah,
and then I ordered, and then they
Yes.
hand it to me.
Yes.
What do I tip there? I usually tip a couple bucks.
yeah, I feel weird at the drive-through too.
But that's the same as if I went in and Fernando's
Yeah.
telling me to do 10%.
Know you know what you got to do when you go
And
up.
they did put it all together in.
Yeah,
you know,
when you drive up
Put
and
a
they hand you
napkin-
your food, just look at them and go, "I'm Uber Eats."
oh,
drive away.
that's
And
great.
drive
but-
away.
but
That's
the-
genius.
the Uber Eats though, yeah, they don't even get tipped on Uber Eats, right? At
Yeah.
all.
I don't think
No
so.
Uber
So
Eats
just tell
driver
them,
does.
Yeah.
just tell them you're Uber Eats.
That's kind of a ripoff.
And then if they're like, "I didn't get tipped," go like, "I don't know," and then you just drive away.
Yeah, the drive. I used to go through Sonny's, and they would give you the thing with a tip on. I'd always put like $2 because I'd always kind of I feel weird not giving them because they did put it together, and they're like asking you what sauce you want. You're like, that's a little bit of a service that always makes me feel weird too. I never know with drive-through.
Yeah. So there needs to be, society needs to agree on a standard, and that way we're all just, okay, we'll abide by the standard.
Yeah.
But we're all over the place. Some people zero. Some
Yeah.
people are way too
Yeah.
much. It's all over.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Is this relating to tipping, or am I going to hang up on you?
Hi. I don't know what you guys are talking about currently, so you might hang up on
It's
me.
the historian, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's going on there, historian?
We love you, buddy. Hey,
You
thanks
can
for-
call us anytime.
Yeah, I'll give you my cell phone number. You can come over and sleep in my daughter's bed.
Okay. I will not take you up on that.
that's fair.
No, I appreciate all of it. I wanted to say quickly, I just wanted to give a shout out to the person in the Reddit that went through all the OG shows and labeled which show they actually corresponded with. So that person is a much bigger historian, I guess, than I am for the show.
No.
No.
They just had more time on their hands.
yeah.
Don't sell yourself
Well,
short.
listen, caller, look for my show. It's like episode 111, 112. Cadillac Pat talks about The Price is Right. Might be episode 109 or is episode 111 in Tom and Dan's history.
Yeah, and I'll hang
Is
up
that
and let
ACT
you leave.
or
Okay.
AMT?
No, AMT,
okay.
real deal.
I'll let you leave your messages because I know you like that better. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I
Well,
apologize.
No, you're fine. Did you guys realize on the OG show you just recently published that Tom yells, I hate when they say that nothing can be done. Of course something can be done. Did you guys recognize that loop?
And so now our whole catchphrase is "nothing can be done."
So I evolved
yeah.
into the nothing can be done guy.
No. What he's saying is, you
I know.
said,
But that was the OG show. So
well, you
4 years.
devolved. You didn't evolve.
No, it's a higher. You're a higher ping once you
Give it all to God?
Yeah. Once you give up and nothing can be done.
Yes.
Are you coming to the ACT Live,
That's
historian?
funny.
I live out of state, unfortunately.
Damn
I'm
it.
not,
Let's
I won't
fly
be
him
there,
in.
but-
Let's fly him in.
Do you want to? We can fly you into Sanford at the airport, or
we'll
we can bring
fly
you in
you
a
in.
limo.
I'll
we
pick you
flew-
up. I'll pick you up, dude.
We'll fly you in like Tone X. Oh, we were scrounging for free tickets, and we're like trying to get. We were using points to get his hotel. It's so embarrassing. We had to have like a Uber. We had Uber.
No,
X
I
thing.
met him at the airport.
Oh yeah,
because-
that's right. He had a mustache. He had a fake mustache on and a little hat.
No, the airport, they wouldn't rent his car because they were
Yeah,
like,
because
we
he's
need.
a black guy.
no,
and they're like, "This is Florida. No cars for you."
no, it's because they we need the owner of the Amex to be here
Oh,
in
that's
person.
right,
And
that's
then
right.
and Tonex called me. He's like, hey, they won't give me the car. And then I drive to the airport and like, here's my Amex.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Oh, my
okay.
God.
yeah.
Okay.
Just to give him the car. Just to give him the car.
Yeah. Historian, we appreciate you being such a fan of the show
Yeah.
that you know so much. You
Such a-
listen back to the OG recap.
Dedicated listener, man.
And I appreciate you pointing out how much of a hypocrite I am.
Oh, yeah.
Because I knew it.
Yeah. And the girl that I was throwing her bills out the back of the convertible, I was trying to get in her pants.
All right, dude.
All right.
See ya.
Yeah, I pre-
Oh, now he's gonna kill me. That's how it happened. That's how they turn on you.
Please lives out of state.
And just
That's
know
true. I
that
got some time.
Yeah.
often when I make some sort of declaration about how I feel,
Yeah.
I think immediately after I'm like, I bet I said the opposite.
I'm saying the wrong thing right now.
I can't remember what I'm supposed to
Yeah.
think. Anyway, that's what happens when you talk so many hours a week. Who the hell knows what we
Have
said?
you gotten to a point, because I know I'm there, and I have been for quite some time, maybe even for the last 10 years, where you go to tell a story and you're like, I'm telling it wrong.
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah,
or
yeah.
you're changing it. Like, you're changing the whole story, and I'm like, I don't care. If they call me on it, I'll just say, I made it all up.
Yeah, oh yeah, because you forget how someone's like, oh, remember that when this happened?
Yeah.
They just listened to it like the historian.
Yes.
They just heard me tell it 4 years ago. Like, hey, remember when this happened? And then I'm like, oh yeah, and it starts coming back to me, and then
Yeah.
I'm telling them, they're like, that's not how it went. And I'm like, oh, you just heard it. Listen back to me telling it 4 years ago. That's the original.
exactly.
Yeah, I can't remember it 4 years later. Anyway.
What else have you been buying? Have you
Oh,
any other
look
new
at
little...
this. Yeah, this was a gift. I got
He's got a gun.
It would be the time.
I got what's called the Lynx. It was a
Oh,
competitor
yeah,
of the
dude.
Game Boy,
I remember Lynx.
and no one's got this. I've been like looking around for it.
Wow,
It-
that's in really good shape.
Yeah,
too,
look, I
man.
got,
you got
like-
the old.
And I got all the games.
Is that an Atari Lynx?
Yeah, it's an Atari, and I got all kinds of games. Oh, let's see if you can hear it.
All right.
hell yeah.
Yeah, but it's all my aunt gave it to me, and it's like it sucks. Like it's supposed to be a competitor of the Game Boy. No wonder it failed because it wasn't as good as like a Game Boy. But it's color and it's loud. But the games are awesome because they're so terrible to play. But I got like 25 games too. And the
25? How do
package-
you
What,
yeah.
what kind of games are the Lynx
Yeah,
let's
what are-
develop?
The
What do
only
we got?
ones that you'll know, I got Rampage, which is like the
remember
game.
Rampage.
I got Miss Pac-Man, and I got Pac-Man Land, which I looked on like the most valuable games on this system. It's like the 8th most valuable game because they didn't make a lot of games because a lot
Yeah.
of licensing.
What's the big one?
I got
that
Paperboy.
Everybody
Oh,
wants.
Paperboy.
Yeah.
Paperboy's a damn good game.
Paperboy, Rampage.
Can we get rid of all
Ninja
the Pac-Man
Gaiden?
Hold on.
games?
How do they have Paperboy
I know.
is a Nintendo
I know.
product.
I don't know. Maybe they licensed it.
Wasn't it originally like a Data East or Data?
Maybe in like an actual arcade game.
Yeah, I think it was
It was an
originally
arcade.
owned by a software company, licensed to Nintendo, and then they shot down
Yeah,
a couple
I bet
of
that's
other
it because there was a
places.
Paperboy full-size arcade game I've seen before at arcades.
I remember in Paperboy, you used to be able to throw multiple papers to destroy people's houses, like to
Yeah.
break the windows. and
Imagine if you
everything.
could really do that.
Yeah, yeah.
If we had more time, I'd show you right now how to do that.
And
Yeah.
then a granny holding a rolling pen would
Yeah,
come try to
she
hit
get-
you.
The one
Then
thing
a
wasn't
tornado
very
would come.
realistic. They didn't have any pedophiles.
Yeah.
They didn't have.
I like that it was angled though. It was hard to play because of the angle of the bike when you drive on like against on the grain of the houses.
Yeah, I always wanted a real paper route, and then my dad like finagled it where I could have gotten one.
On a bike, that still isn't around when
Not
you
on
were
a
a
bike.
kid?
I would have had to like
Have your dad drive you
ridden
around?
ridden around with my dad
Yeah.
and toss him out the window. And my dad's like, "I'm not doing that. I'm getting up at 5:15 in the morning."
Oh my god, that'd have been terrible.
Probably earlier than that.
Yeah, way
he-
earlier.
He wasn't gonna do that.
Did anybody beat Paperboy?
I don't know.
I've
I
never.
can look it
This
up.
has got to be. This has got to be able to be beat.
Now that I think about it, I don't remember the ending.
Yeah.
Or achieving like the last level.
Like
or
Miss
whatever.
Pac-Man, there's no beating it. It just
It just goes on forever.
More points. Yeah.
I mean, I can ask hard drive.
Does it
here.
recycle back? Is there an ending
I
level?
bet. I bet that the levels get harder. I bet something like that.
But there has to be someone. You know how like someone made the highest points they could possibly do in Tetris.
Yes.
And then it finally
It just restarted or
it,
something.
no, it glitches out. It's like
Yeah.
And then some like saw some documentary and some guy's like I glitched it. And it was like
Oh, that
the
little
fat
kid,
nerd.
that little nerd kid.
Yeah, like because it wasn't made to even
Yes,
reach an ending.
go that
but-
far.
Yeah, but so some games are like that, but some games obviously have.
I like
a
games with
last
endings.
level.
I gotta be able to beat it.
Yeah. Like I remember Beavis and Butthead. We always try to get like the ending was the Guar concert, and never was able to get there.
you would make it to the Guar concert.
Yeah, but we never got there.
Dan Guar made it. They actually made it into a Beavis and Butthead video game. You know, Guar's made it then.
They here is hard drive giving us the answer to the Paperboy question.
Paperboy is an arcade game that doesn't have a traditional ending or final level like many narrative-driven games. The objective is to deliver newspapers on your route while avoiding obstacles and trying to keep subscribers happy by delivering papers accurately. The game continues with increasing difficulty each day of the week, from Monday to Sunday. The game technically concludes after successfully completing the route on Sunday, with a tally of your score based on performance. However, it loops back to Monday, starting the cycle over with increased difficulty. So in a sense, you can beat the game by surviving through Sunday, but the game is designed to be endlessly replayable with no definitive ending.
Yeah, makes sense.
But there
That makes me not want to play it.
Yeah,
like,
all
games
games
that don't
like,
have
yeah,
endings.
like
to
Miss
me,
Pac-Man. Miss Pac-Man's kind of like
Like
that.
I just like if you tell me the game, if you're like, oh yeah, you could just keep playing that forever, I'll be like, well, goodbye, and I'll just throw it at my son.
That's every app-driven game now on your phone. That's why
Yeah, I don't like
I
those.
hate that. I want to be able to beat the game.
Yeah, I want an ending.
Well, what's the record for the longest Paperboy? Like how
Yeah.
many weeks?
I
did
can
it-
look it up.
Yeah.
The
look
highest
it-
score, that'll be the
Yeah, because there's some nerd out there
sure.
that holds the record, and that's his like lifetime achievement.
sure.
Because and I think that is with every video game, right? There's someone that's like heralded as the best
Yeah,
Paperboy player ever, and he's
Okay,
gone through
you're-
like 5 weeks.
You're gonna be upset
Okay.
because you're not gonna like the answer. You're not gonna like this
Oh, God.
answer because it's been sitting for a minute and might want to dust your thumbs off, buddy.
Okay.
The highest score ever recorded for the arcade version of Paperboy is 1,136,600 points. This record was set by Mike Sullivan in 1985 and still stands according to Twin Galaxies, the organization that tracks video game world records. Achieving such a score requires a deep understanding of the game's mechanics and an excellent strategy to maximize points through precise deliveries and interactions with the environment.
What do you think about
This
that?
guy's got too much time on his hands.
How many weeks?
1985.
Or somebody else is beating it. They just never contacted this company to prove it. You know what I mean? Like, you
I
could-
wonder how long that took. Cause
oh
like,
my God!
like
it must-
a Pac-Man guy or whatever, the Tetris guy, it took like 20 hours, like
Yeah.
some insane amount of
God.
time.
It's probably
Oh,
this-
dude, it knows everything. It's
Okay.
answering me right now. I mean, it's crazy that how much better. Just when I hate AI, I'll ask it a few things and it'll nail it, man, and I get mad.
To achieve a score like 1,136,600 points in Paperboy, it would require going through many cycles of the game's weekly route. Each day in the game increases in difficulty, and the score accumulation is heavily influenced by maintaining perfect deliveries, breaking non-subscribers' windows for extra points, and interacting with various elements on the route to trigger score bonuses.
It doesn't give me an exact answer.
Damn.
I'm pre-reading.
It's got to be like you said, 20 hours. Some
Yeah,
kind
it
of
has to
crazy-
be some insane
I forgot
amount of
about the
time.
fact that you didn't want to break the
The windows.
yeah, like or the amount of time that like you've been successful.
Yeah.
It's like you don't want to like mess that up.
Hmm.
Another game like that I very much enjoyed, and it's a weird one, was Tapper.
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 Tapper, you were a bar.
Oh yeah,
And you would-
yeah.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, you'd fill the beer and
Yeah.
sling it down the thing.
Yeah, I saw. I never played that until I was older. I saw that like one time at a bar, like in the last 15 years.
Now, this could be the Mandela effect. Don't know if I'm creating this in my brain. But I thought the original stand-up version of Tapper had a pull level, like a beer tap.
Oh my God! Please tell me they had a version that
I
did.
think it had a beer tap.
That would be the best thing ever if they did.
Tapper stand-up arcade.
I bet maybe the original was designed to have that?
I thought it did. Maybe I just invented that in my brain. None of these have it, but
Oh, okay.
I envisioned it in my brain where you would pull the beer.
Yeah,
And slide
maybe
it down
wanted
there.
it to have that.
Maybe it's like a little kid. I was like, I'll be a bartender and I'm old.
So now you say that like one of those
We gotta get out of
games
here, buddy.
are rare. Oh, is it?
Yeah, yeah,
oh
we are.
God.
Yeah, sorry, we're doing
Yeah,
a little.
it was the 8th most expensive one. It was like $38 or something.
No, 38. Okay.
I mean, I have one that a BDM gave me. I have River City Ransom on Nintendo
Ooh, yeah, that's
that
a
a
good one.
BDM gave me, and it's worth like I want to say like right at $400.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Tactical Hat said he had a game for me a long time ago. He was going to give me a game, some Game Boy game he could buy
Yeah,
for
but
me.
because we stole his
Oh.
fog machine, he's keeping the game.
He still texts me every once in a while. Where can people find you? Pat?
Brass Tap, any Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, Waterford Lakes. Come see me. Mention heard me on the show. You get a free draft beer.
Yeah. And,
Oh, by the way,
and
Mike
tip him is
Sullivan?
10%.
The chat room's reminding me. Remember Mike Sullivan, the guy I just mentioned?
Yeah.
He's also the notorious cheater guy. He's the notorious like.
Oh, he
record-
cheated.
Yeah,
he cheated.
Oh,
So
Okay,
you
yeah.
should, dude. We should see if we can break this.
Yeah.
we should see if we can get a team.
I've got
of people.
Paperboy on. Oh, you got to get the arcade stand-up one. I got the Nintendo version
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
We'll buy one for the lobby.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll bring it
We
in.
can do
I'll bring
anything
it
we
in.
want.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Good job, buddy. That's funny. And it like I didn't realize we'd gone that far.
All right, so that's
Is this a real one?
Tuesday, 3 and 4.
This one's got Budweiser. Sponsored by Budweiser.
Oh man, that would be even more money because it's got the brand. Yeah. One of these days, you gotta get like a the thing you guys go live on all the time, a Twitch page, with like I'll bring my Nintendo in and just set it up and you can play all the games you want.
Oh man, Tavern was the best.
I remember that game because you had to slide the beers like perfectly, right?
In front of the guy. Yeah. Are we done for today? Yeah. All right, y'all. Thanks for talking, guys.